maybe delving a bit on your childhood. What was your childhood like? Of course, you have a famous mother, famous sister in the
Yeah.
showbiz world, and it can be superficial, or in a
Yeah, yeah,
way
yeah, of
that
course.
you meet a lot of high profile people, and it's hard to find that authenticity because
Oh yeah,
or there
100%.
are people out to use you or just you know
Yeah. Well, I
have
mean,
their own agenda. So it's hard to distinguish who to trust. And
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
sure there are people who've stabbed you in the back at times, maybe before.
You know what? It's actually not as crazy as other people
Because,
think. But
yeah.
my sister wasn't famous when I was growing up. So she was like me.
Mm.
We were always being asked, like, how does it feel like with your mom as Miss Universe? But I was like, I don't really know any differently. But I just know, like, in like show and tell, they'd ask us to bring my mom's crown. So we'd bring my mom's crown. And people like would be fun over it. So I was like, oh, I guess this is a cool thing. But I really like some perks like we get to skip some lines in
Oh, yeah.
Enchanted Kingdom,
Of
or
course,
like
that comes with
restaurants
it.
give us free dishes. I really enjoy that. But I think it's like I think it's what's really nice. It's like when people see that we're actually just really normal people, and then especially when I chat with them for long, they're like, "Oh my God, hindi ka pala mataray." I'm like, "No, why do you need to be mataray?" But there are still also people who are like that. So it's a cool perspective of mine to be in the back, kind of seeing things. And that's one of the things I told my sister. Like when she became famous, I'm like, that doesn't make you any more important than who you were. And I think it's good to have that reality check too, because sometimes with, for example, with my mom, her whole life, people have fawned over her. So she doesn't know
Yeah,
any
she's
differently.
like a national figure, right?
She's like an
'Cause
icon for a lot of people. And so
icon.
I can't blame her if for her looks are very important. So I was always chubby growing up. So she'd always like tell me like, you need to lose weight. And that played a big role in like my insecurities about looks. But then as I got older, I told her like, I don't want looks to determine how I feel about my self-worth. And over time, I was able to overcome that and explain to her like, that's not what I use to measure myself. Although I do believe in being healthy and fit. That's one of the things she did teach me, like fitness and health.
Yeah.